Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. Well, I'm here with part 2 of my Goodwill outlet bins haul of books for junk journaling. So, let me show you what I got. I'm just getting my mouse out of the way. Oh, it's jumping around. I put it on my glass mat and it's jumping around. Let me move it again. Okay, so I'm going to start with this big one first. I told you I had another World Atlas, and here it is. This one's a Rand McNally, not quite as cool as those other two, but still really usable. Of course, usually with Rand McNally books I can't tell because it's Roman numerals, but it's cool. I mean, it's got stuff in it. That's kind of cool. That would be very uncomfortable. For me, because I'm old and got arthritis, and I like get tired of that position. But there we go. You know, it's just got pretty maps to use, and I love using maps as a base and stuff. In this one, I wouldn't mind cutting up. The other ones, I'm going to be kind of like, oh, but you know, that's not very many maps, is it? Well, okay, there's more. I thought that's not very many. Okay, here's where it starts again. Those are kind of cool to cut up as a circular thing. These are better back here. I like these. That's real pretty. Ooh, I like that. Huh. Madrid, Spain. Look at all of those ties. So anyway, just another atlas. And I was able to pick up a Christmas Ideals, and I don't know. I like to pick up the old ones. I think that the pictures are so much better. This one's 1961. Mrs. Velma Dockles. I remember my grandma, I've probably said this before, but her and her friends would take turns at their little get-togethers. They had all these little groups, you know, farmers' wives. They had all these little groups, and they would get together and they would read poems out of these. They would get up and stand in front of the group and read poems. Each month, a different one would, depending on what month. But I just think the pictures are so pretty in here. Some of them I want to frame. Like, see, that would be so pretty framed and put on your wall, and it's textured, put on your wall at Christmas time. I think they're so pretty. Pretty cute. Oh, I have this one. I think that story is so cute. Pixie Patter. I might have to read that to my grandkids. I have this one. I thought it was looking familiar. And this one is a scrapbook, and the scrapbook ones are really cute, I think. I have to look through this one to see if it's... Isn't that beautiful? I find a lot in the Ideal magazines to use, especially for my Marguerite Miller. Oh, look at him. He is adorable. Might have to just cut him out for something. They are good for collage. They really are. You just gotta talk yourself into cutting them. But they show up so much in the bins, so apparently, you know. This is a Civil War Fashions coloring book. And I thought this was wonderful. I love it. And I can't remember if it was used at all. I don't know. But I can tell you, whoever bought this at whatever, like if they were, you know, at the Lincoln, New Salem, or wherever they were at that they bought this, they did not pay a quarter for this. And look, they didn't use it at all. It was $10. And then I found this. sometimes we need coloring pages and sometimes we need C images, so I thought this would do for both. And it was pretty. I don't really do the adult coloring books. I did when my husband was in the hospital. I bought me a coloring book, and then my daughter came down. She bought me this real neat plastic case of markers. But, you know, I had a month of setting there with nothing. I was just sitting in a hospital room. I thought this might make a cool book. And it's old. I like seeing the names. Mary Virginia, James Henry. You know it's old with those names. 1926. Copyright 1922. But I thought these pictures were really cool. It'd be neat if I could punch them out. I don't know if I can, but I liked those pictures. Look at all that. Was it a library book or something? Well, anyway, I just thought that might make a neat book. Journal. It is a book. Then we found these. We found the first 4 years, Little House in the Big Woods, and Little Town on the Prairie. I have to start. And then we found this one, Nursery Songs. Look at that. And it is beautiful. Copyright is 1942. Weeks. It's got the black and white and the color. I only have one other. I have Pokey Little Puppy that has black and white and color. I keep saying I'm going to make it into a journal for me because that was my favorite as a kid. Isn't it pretty? It's just beautiful. I love the colors, like the coloring in it. My granddaughter pulled this one out of the bin and I snatched it out of her hands and she looked at me. I was like, I'm sorry, honey. She goes, did I just find something? I said, yeah, I think you did. Because all I could see was the backing on it, the back cover, and I thought, oh my, what'd she find? And what kind of shape is it in? And it's in very good shape, really. It's so cute. There's no drawing in it or anything like that. Of course, in 1942, they probably really didn't do that. They probably got their butt kicked if they did. So there's that one, Nursery Songs. Okay. And then I found these, and I'm pretty sure I got some of my grandma's, and I didn't ever really pay attention to them. But when I was looking through here, I found lots of ads. And see, like there's lots of these ads, lots of these things. And I thought there was something else because that really drew my attention. Let me maybe just kind of flip through because I thought there was something else that drew my attention. My hands don't flip very good anymore. My thumbs. Yeah, see? Here. These caught my attention. These ladies. There's several of them in here. There's enough to pay $1. Now, if you find them, you know, more expensive than that, I didn't think there was enough to pay $1. Or, I mean, to pay more. These are cool little ads. There's enough ads in here. I liked this. Act now. It's your last issue. There was enough to pick these up for that. But there was more ladies. Learn to hear again. Oh, here she is with her girdle and stomach bulge. Depending on what kind of book you're making, that could be funny. There's another lady. I like her right there. Look at her paisley dress. See, you could take that out and paste that on her. think this one had more ladies than that one. Because one had less ladies than the other one had. I need to give up. I love this. All those French perfumes. I remember one year I got my grandma something like that. It had all these little perfumes. I don't know if she liked it or not. Oh, look, I saw that too. Grocery, meat, grocery. Total of $4.19. She got meat and everything. $4.19. That looks like a receipt from my grandparents' grocery store. Well, maybe I was wrong. But I'm sure I have a big stack of my grandma's work baskets somewhere. I have my hand on one, I see, but I thought there was more in here. Maybe that one had more than this one, but look at her, isn't she styling? There's a lady. So anyway, that's why I picked those up. My hands feel disgusting. Then we have an old thumper, Walt Disney Thumper. Oh, that's my thing to remind me to take my medicine. Well, I'll have to remember. I thought this was cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I don't. This is 1942 also. I don't usually do Disney, but I thought it was cute, so I took it. This one I thought would make a beautiful journal. Isn't that pretty? 13 Witches, which I'm not interested in, but oh, somebody tried to do folding in it. Okay, this one I have and I love, so I got another one, Stories from Other Lands. But it's just, again, it's Disney, but, oh, look, there's a 3 little clouds. Okay. But I love the pictures in it, and sometimes I do take these out and put them in. I make, when I make just little things, little journal things and stuff, I'll take the pictures out of this. This is the one that doesn't have as many cartoonish things in it, though. I didn't notice that one. One of these, there's 2 books of this that I've had, and one is great and one is not as great. And this is the not as great, I guess. Huh. Oh well, it was a quarter. This is the not as great. That penguin's awful cute, though. This one I picked up because I thought it was beautiful and it would make some good backgrounds and stuff. It's called Heaven, World's Most Sea Destinations, Heaven on Earth. It's a life book. Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks like somebody's Zentangle. But, oh, look at them. I don't know. It just caught my attention and it was something I really wanted to look at. And thought maybe I would use. I don't know if you're being able to see it. It's huge. But you're getting the idea, I think. Mount Rushmore. I mean, they're just beautiful, beautiful places on Earth. I just thought I want to have this book. These are books I could never afford to go into Barnes & Noble and buy, and I would never think to look for them on thrift books. Look at that giraffe! Look at him! Oh. That's beautiful. So, I bought it. What am I going to do with it? I'm not sure. Oh, this is another one I bought. I thought I might like to read. Eli's Promise. I thought I might read that one. Oh, that's the same with this one, Grits and Grace. If you like devotionals, these are good. I have something about biscuits. Biscuits, and these are good devotionals. It's a lot cheaper. The other one I got at our local farm and home, and it was not a quarter at all. Goodwill had it for $5.99. I can't remember what it was at Farm and Home, but okay, this one was good. Home Handyman. I thought this one was cool. I think it'd probably still be good for home, but it had some good, interesting, like just to put on your page in a layer. I thought would be neat, like there, and this would be neat in a layer, just in layers. I think where you can see my books are getting in the way. Let me turn. Maybe that would help. There we go. But there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, see, that would be good in a layer, I thought. Just in layers to help, you know, build build what you're doing. I gotta get a drink real quick. To build your layers in what you're making. I just thought it might be neat. Or when you need a book page on something, these would be good book pages because you don't have to worry about what they say, or how being cuss words, or the story isn't really going to make any sense, like you're not reading a fiction story or anything like that, or somebody's biography. I like to have stuff like that. This would be good. But I thought this would just be a good little, see, look how cool that would look. It cut that out and put it on your little thing that you're making. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Convert your station wagon for camping. That's cool. Pack rack for small cars. That was back in the day when you figured it all out instead of just go buy a fancy car, huh? Anyway, I thought this was pretty neat. Ooh, look at that swimming pool. I always wanted one of those in my backyard. We had a backyard. We had a very flat spot that would have been perfect, but my parents didn't agree with that. They were not going to take care of a swimming pool. That was not their idea, especially since there was a public pool. Like, our house was here, you went here, you went here, there was the pool. Not happening. And I would have just complained because all my friends were down there and I was swimming alone. So I found Prayers for Children, another Eloise Wilkin. I mentioned that last time, and I love her. I love all her illustrations, as a lot of us do. And The Boy with the Drum. I don't think I've ever had this one. So I got this one in 1973. And this one is precious. It's just precious. I love the illustrations in this one. That one I will not be cutting up. It's not in the greatest shape, but I don't care. And I thought this one was cute. Peter Rabbit. These were library books. 1975. I don't have this one either. And that, I believe, is my second Goodwill haul. That was enough, wasn't it? Now I got to put all these away. My husband and I were talking this morning, and we came up with a new scheme of where to put all of my books. We're getting ready to get rid of the hospital bed out of our living room. He's doing well enough that we think that we can do that. He likes to go into our room and lay down because our bed in there is more comfortable. We have a sleep number bed in there, and so it's a lot more comfortable for him to go in there and lay down if he needs to lay down during the day and watch TV, which he does most days he needs to. The hospital bed that we have is just not very comfortable, and we're renting it, so we're gonna call them later this week and get that set up to get that removed. And so that will let me get to our couch. It's been blocking our couch for the last year, almost a year. If you've been following our story, July 26th will be a year since his wreck. Can you all believe that? Oh my goodness. But no change in his walking abilities. Yeah, so he's still in a wheelchair and still not walking any better. We're still fighting on getting therapy and all that. He's been bounced around on therapy. He was getting therapy and doing really, starting to make progress, but he was going to therapy at a place that was not where our primary care physicians were, and insurance decided, no, you can't go there because that's not where your primary care physicians are. And we don't want to change our primary because everything else, every other doctor that we see is in the other group, and we would have to change everything to that group, and we don't want to. So now we're in the process of trying to figure out getting in with our group. I don't know, it's a big mess, but anyway, he's not walking. All he can do is transfer from a chair to a chair. That's all, or a bed to his chair. So, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get rid of the hospital bed, and then I've got a whole plan on where I can put these books. If you are a junk journaler, you know the whole book problem. I know you do. Because they grow and they grow and they grow, and you get them, especially if you live near a Goodwill bin. Well, I will see you soon. You have a blessed day, and I thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.